Hi everybody, welcome to Big Gun Racing. Today we're back in the Chev Impala, but we're on Daytona Motor Speedway, and we qualified for 15th place. We're the number 8 car. This car has the same problem on Daytona as it did in Charlotte in the previous video. It likes the outside wall, so I made some adjustments to the steering ratios, and we're going to see if we can stay off the wall and have a good race. So we're just waiting for everybody to grid up.
Thanks. Mic check, please. Thank you.
The air temp is 25 Celsius. The track temp is 27 Celsius.
Need a mic check.
Follow car number 6 in the inside lane.
Good.
So here we go now. Hopefully we'll have a clean pace lap. There's some cars in the back behind me that I've raced with earlier today that created some issues, so we just have to keep an eye on them and see what happens. This is my third race on Daytona today. I got collected the last two races and did not do very well because of it, so I thought I'd give it a third try and see if I can stay out of trouble, avoid incidents, and have a good finish. Got a blinker or two up ahead of us, which is never a fun thing. Hopefully it'll get straightened out before we get rolling here.
It's always exciting at Daytona. That didn't look good.
Going on green, gentlemen.
Thanks, sir.
The cars are fairly back behind me, which means they're probably going to take a run when the light turns green, so this could get exciting, especially if the group up in front of me are slow at taking off on the green. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Go, go, go.
Here we go. 20 laps.
Stay low, you're 3 wide. Clear up high.
You're always waiting for somebody in that group to slide up or lose control or have something go wrong that will create a major crash in front of you. So
They're outside.
the first lap or two is pretty
We're still there. We were outside.
normal for that to happen. So I'm kind of holding back a little bit. We do have that blinker right in front of me. It means he's got a bad internet connection. So he'll disappear and then reappear, and that gets you get pretty anxious when that happens because you don't know where he is or where he's going to show up. So you want to stay back, give yourself time to react. We've got some guys from the back are moving up to the front. Just like I said, they take a running start before the green. As long as they don't pass anybody in front of them, then that's legal. So they get a good run to catch up to the front pack. So we're trailing in the back end, but that's okay for now. We're going to wait and see what materializes. There's quite a group of cars in front of us. If one of them makes a mistake, then it's game over for a lot of people. So we'll keep in touch with these guys as long as we can. We've picked up the draft, so
The gap to board behind is increasing. It's now 3.5 seconds.
yeah, somebody moves over into that apron in that corner, it can throw them. That mellow yellow car had that problem. and he managed to hang on to it.
I'm coming with you, number one.
Go around me toward me. I don't know.
Oh,
what's
there's
wrong
our
with
first
the car.
incident. Somebody up against the wall,
Oh, great.
and he did a good job at holding it.
Crap,
Here's another incident in front of us. See if we can squeeze in between these guys.
Hey, stop picking up, man. I don't know what's wrong with this car.
We got 4 incident points for that, but no
And of
damage, so we're
course,
going to
there
keep
you
going.
go.
It just about missed both of them.
3 wide into turn.
So now these guys in front of me really slowed down. I don't know if they lost their nerve or what,
That was
but
great.
oh, that guy's damaged. Number 20 car, I believe, is damaged.
Push your damn car down to the bottom.
So we'll get past him.
They're inside. You're inside.
So we moved into the top 10. We've got number 14 car behind us. And he's in 11th spot, so we're going to run here and see if we can do a little bit of defense. He's moving up pretty quick. He was further back and didn't have to slow down like I did for those 3 cars in front of me. So
Eighth place.
see if we can get up close enough, we can get some draft off those 3 cars, and that's going to help. If he gets up close enough, he'll actually help with the draft. So we're in 8th spot now. And this car is handling really well in these corners. The adjustment I made has done the trick, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think I've got this this car figured out on these oval tracks.
Last lap was at 49.6.
So it looks like the number 14 car is content to stay behind me for a while. I think he's in the draft now. He's got our miles per hour has increased, so he's in the draft. He's actually doing a little bit for me as well, so we'll just run our race line. Oh, there's a car up ahead of us just crashed. He moved off to the bottom. We got around him, no problem. That did slow down the 14 car, though. He looks like he slowed down to miss that car, so he's back about 0.6, so like 0.6 of a second behind me. So he lost the draft. As you can see, my speed has lowered since he lost the draft, so it does have an effect. We're sitting in 7th place now. Running pretty steady. Like I said, this car is handling really well in the corners. I'm not having an issue at all with it. And it's not too loose coming out of the corners either, so it's turned into a fairly good car to race on these oval tracks once you figure out what you have to do to correct the inherent problems with this car. So this is a fixed race, so which means that you go in, everybody has the same setup, so you can only make little tweaks here and there and still pass tech inspection. So making the change on the steering ratio is allowed, and as long as you don't make too big of a change, it keeps you within the tech specifications. You pass the inspection. So there's so much to learn in this game. It's absolutely fascinating and frustrating at the same time. So we moved into 6th spot. Our buddy behind us, number 14, is sitting behind us comfortably in 7th. and it looks like he's willing to sit back, take the draft, and run some laps. I'm sure that will change as we get closer to the end of the race. Everybody wants to move up to position if they can, so. Situation now is that we're pretty well on a stalemate as to me getting away from him to break the draft and him catching up to me to pass me. So the only way he can do that is if he has some help. It appears that if he tries to pass me and breaks a draft, we're going to be pretty even as far as speed goes, and we could have a good race on our hands. We'll just have to wait and see. But he's running pretty smooth as well, so I've got confidence in number 14 that we won't have any issues.
Thanks, I appreciate that spin.
We're coming up to halfway.
Half distance, fuel looks good. P5, just done 48.
There you go, 10 to go this time by, so. We've got 4 incident points from that car that we just barely hit earlier in the race. Other than that, it's been pretty clean. So by number 14 sitting behind me and creating the draft, we're going to be able to catch up to these guys in front of us, I'm sure. They're sitting like 5.3 seconds ahead of us right now, but we should gain on them gradually. And we've still got another 8 or 9 laps to go, so.
The active Cox ahead is now 5.2 seconds.
Wow, Wolfie goes high here.
Oh, there's a car that spun out. We missed him. Number 14 missed him as well. So I'm in top 5 right now because of that spin. And we've got a lone car up ahead that we should be able to catch pretty quickly with our draft. The number 14 car should be moving up closer behind me, but there, he's moved up a little closer to get into the draft again, so that'll help in catching the number 19 car, which is in 4th place ahead of us. We've got some slower cars up ahead of us. We're going to have to figure out which way they want to go. Looks like this 10 car is going to stay high, so we'll go underneath him.
Outside clear.
It's a pretty close call between 10 and 14 behind me, but 14 snuck through. So that puts us in 4th position. With the 14 car behind us in 5th, he's still trailing. We got another slow car ahead of us. Number 4 car, he's a lap down, at least 1 lap down. So we're going to have to He's pulled over to make it easier for us to pass him. That's good. Looks like we're going to have about 5 laps to go when we hit the start-finish line. We got another car coming up beside us.
Still there, hold on. Still there, stay with them.
And that's the 19 car that was in 4th place. He's now in 5th.
That lap time was 49.7.
He's caught the draft off the 14 car. That's how he's able to come up and try to slingshot pass, but it didn't quite work. We're pretty consistent here in our lap times, and once you break the draft, it was hard for him to get past us. Now what could happen is if the 14 and 19 hook up and they create a draft and put me out of the draft, then they will have the opportunity to get by me. There's not much I can do about it. This car is running exceptionally well right now. So I'm pretty happy with it. Lap times are fairly consistent. And I'm not feeling any wear on the tires. It's a touch loose on the straightaways, but it's like that from lap 1 to lap 20. So there goes the guys in the draft, and I move up high so they can get underneath me.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll pull in behind them.
I'll get up high.
So I went from 4th to 6th
No problem.
that quick. That's the only way either one of them could have passed me, which is fine. That's part of racing. So I'm gonna hang on to the back of them and use the draft and see if I'm gonna get an opportunity. This 19 is a little bit unstable. He should be running a lot smoother than that on the straightaways.
Hey, don't take the 3 wide.
You can see 14 running a good race. He's very very stable. He's not moving around too much. It's easy to race with him. Guys like the 19, when they're moving all over the track like that, you don't know whether they're doing that on purpose or whether they're partially out of control. So it makes you a little bit wary about trying to pass them. So we're just going to have to wait and see if we have an opportunity. I think the next lap is the white flag. Yeah, there we go. White flag lap. So if we can stay out of incidents, we'll probably end up in 6th place.
White flag, one more lap.
We're on our white flag lap now. We've got a slow car in front of us, which is always dangerous, especially on the last lap. Well, 19 hit the wall.
Side by side to finish, man. Clean race. That was fun drafting with you. I had fun, man.
Hey, you managed to hang on to it.
Yeah, that was a blast there, gentlemen.
Good job, 19.
I thought I'd get you there at the line, man. I was holding back all race. My plan was to track you there coming off.
Okay,
Yeah. I
so
had
we
that
ended up in
feeling.
6th place.
There's the finish. Good drive.
Pretty good race.
Nice run. Solid work.
So, we're going to go and look at the incidents. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the incidents in this race, and there were a few of them, and we're going to watch it from the chase position. So here we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we got. Wow.
Here's the first incident.
Oh.
So somehow 7 blew his engine, and then the 9 car ran into him. So
What was that all about? It's always
Green, green, green. You've got 1 gallon left.
I don't know what's wrong with the car.
ooh. Number 8 got pushed into the wall.
Try to drive behind me. Come on.
I know what's wrong with the car.
16
Try to drive behind me.
clipped 6, who in return
Stop
clipped
picking up,
16.
man. I don't know what's wrong with this car. And of
And
course,
16
there
took
you
quite a
go.
beating.
3 wide hit the turn.
That was great. Pushing that car down to the bottom.
Number 15, looks like he lost control. Ooh, number 1 got clipped by 19. Managed to just get off the track before he gets hit again. I believe that's the 9 car. Rubbing the wall. Number 6 takes out 16 and then takes out himself. And look at this roll. That's quite a ride. Number 11 gets turned. Loses his front end.
Thanks, I appreciated that spin.
Well, it won't be very high.
19 side scrapes 21. Puts him into the wall. And he just kind of lost control and finished himself off. Into the wall. Sixteen gets turned. Side swipes 3, but 3 keeps it in check.
Oh, that was side by side. You should have said. Ooh. Oh, that was side by side. You should have said.
19 lost control, hit the wall, but managed to save it.
Yeah, I had that feeling.
I think 6 got a little bit of vendetta against 16 by the looks of it. That was probably uncalled for. Let's see what happens. So he's coming after him again. And that's it. So, as I said before, if you don't have that car set up right, it really likes to eat that outside wall. Let's go have a look at the results. Okay, so here's the results. Let's see, I started 15th position and ended up 6th. I had 4 incident points, and that was that car that I rubbed off of there early in the race in that accident. So anyway, I gained 0.04 in the safety rating points. You can see that I lost a few already today, so I got some of them back. And my iRating was changed. I gained 43 points in my iRating, so I really want to see that number come up as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you had, and if you want to hit the thumbs up for me. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the bell beside that button, and you'll get all my future videos. So, thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.